Hey guys, it's Dylan Hippensteel here with another video. If you guys are new to the channel, I make videos that help teach people how to be smart with their money. Personally, I feel like society has made money a topic that shouldn't be talked about, but in reality, if we all talked about money more and shared our ideas, the more financially literate we would be, making us all better down the road. So I wanted to create a channel where it is accepted and we can feel free to ask questions and give our own 2 cents, no pun intended, about the topics I talk about. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how much money you can save by driving a Tesla instead of a gasoline-powered car. I've heard both sides of the argument saying you spend more on gasoline or you spend more on electricity. So today we're going to try and figure that out and see which side is really right. One side, which is the side Tesla uses, is saying that you save so much more money on gas than you would on electric. While the other side argues that you're still spending the same amount of money, you're just spending it on your electric bill instead of on gas. Well, luckily for you, we're going to talk about it today and we're going to figure out which side saves you the most money. Let's first look how much money an average person spends on gas a year. Now I know this is going to vary from state to state, but I'm going to show you the state that spends the most on average on gas, the state that spends the least amount of money on gas, and the national average. First, we'll do the state that spends the most amount of money on gas. This one's probably going to surprise you because when I looked it up, it actually surprised me. The state that spends the most money on gas is, drumroll, Wyoming. In Wyoming, the average person spends $1,441 on gas per year. Now I thought about this and there could be a couple factors that go into this. One of the factors I thought of is maybe it's just more expensive for gas in Wyoming. I'm not really sure, I didn't look that up, but that could be one factor. And the other factor I thought of is maybe just people have to commute further in Wyoming to get to work, so they drive further per day and spend more money on gas. Now that can factor into this next state, which spends the least amount of money on gas. That state would be New York. This one actually surprised me too because I feel like everything in New York is super expensive. But then I sort of thought about how big the population in New York is and how most people tend to get to work in New York. I feel like just the city of New York tends to bring that average down because just how big the population of the city is and how those people get to work. I just feel this way because I feel like most of those people in New York don't have their own cars, but instead they use public transportation or things like cabs, Ubers, Lyft, things like that. Anyway, the average amount of money that a person spends on gasoline in New York is $708. That's almost half as much as what the average person in Wyoming spends on gas a year. However, I took the average of all the states and I found the average of all the states together. The average amount of money an American spends on gas a year is $1,072. So now let's go over to the electric side and see how much money people spend on their electric bill charging their Tesla at home. But before we do that, I think it's time you press that like button and hit that subscribe button to help join our community. But for real, let's get into how much money people spend more on their electric bill while driving a Tesla. The first place I went to try and find out how much more people spend on electric is Forbes.com. In a report posted by Forbes.com, Tesla believes they can save $4,300 on fuel. Tesla's estimated $4,300 of fuel savings is based on a comparison of what it costs to recharge and drive a Model 3 for 10,000 miles a year over 6 years versus a 2017 BMW 3 Series sedan that averages 28 miles per gallon. However, that BMW 3 Series requires a more costly premium gasoline. This started some controversy because Tesla was starting to take off their fuel savings from their price tag of the car. For example, Tesla.com said that their Model 3 was $26,950 when in reality it was $35,000. They did this because they were trying to show the price of what the car could be. The price of the car could be this if they accounted for the reductions from a federal tax credit and the estimated fuel savings from the car. However, that wasn't enough for me. I wanted to find out what actual people experienced when having to charge their Tesla at home. To do this, I went to Tesla's forums page and I started to read the comments on what people experienced with their own Teslas. On their forum page, there was a ton of different comments about what people experience with their Teslas. Here are some of the comments that are posted. One person, FI4882499, said, "I'm in New York. I just got my first bill with charging on it. Last few bills were between $55 and $70. Now it's $132. I was spending about $100 a month on gas before." This is one I wanted to share because it's from a person from one of the states that we saw was the state that spent the least amount of money on gas. He or she stated that they spent $100 on gasoline per month. Also, before their Tesla, they said that their electric bill was between $55 and $70 per month. Let's just take the average of that, and it's $62.50, but let's just round it up to 63 so we have a whole number. With the Tesla needing to be charged, their electric bill went up to $132. That means if we take the average $63 and change it to $132, that means their electric bill went up $69 more per month. So if we compare that $69 extra on their electric bill to the $100 they were spending on gas, we can see that they're saving $31 a month by driving a Tesla. So this example, this person was saving money by driving a Tesla. Let's take another comment and see what this person said about their Tesla. A post by Mo Cowbell stated that their bill was $80 more in the first month for electric. I was spending $180 a month on gas, so $100 monthly savings. Again, we see even a bigger gain in savings by them saving $180 on gas, but their electric bill going up $80. So that means they've saved about $100 per month by driving a Tesla. So it does seem like people with experience charging their Tesla do save more money by owning a Tesla. Let's look up one more report and see what they say. One other statistic I found was that a person who drives a Tesla, their electric bill would go up $712 annually if they averaged a 40-mile commute per day. However, people with a gasoline-powered car, if they drove that 40 miles a day in a car that was 30 miles a gallon, they would spend $1,195 a year. So after doing some research on multiple sources, it seems like Teslas will save you money in the long run after eliminating your gas prices. And all of these reports were just the fact that if you charge your Tesla at home. This doesn't include the fact if you went out to one of Tesla's SuperCharger stations and charged your car there. SuperChargers are pretty much the equivalent of a gas pump, except they charge your battery instead of give you gas. Although the one downfall of a supercharger is they don't charge your car as fast as it would be to fill up your car with gas. To charge your Tesla at a supercharger, it'll take about 20 minutes to charge your car 50% of the way. And the price at a supercharger, to get a full charge of 85 kilowatts, it would be about $22. That stat interested me, so I went onto Tesla's website to see how much it costs per kilowatt. On their site, it says it costs around 28 cents per kilowatt, but that depends on what location you're at. So I did the math to see how much it would cost for a full charge at a supercharger station, and it would be $24.65 for the full 85 kilowatt charge. So the two reports are pretty close to each other on what the cost would be for a full charge. And personally, that's why I feel like people are so hesitant to buy Teslas. One of those being people really don't know how much they can save by spending more on their electric bill, but eliminating their cost of gas. The second reason would be the accessibility to supercharger stations. Most supercharging stations are located in major cities or along major travel ways for long distance road trips. They do this for people that won't have access to their home if they want to take their Tesla on long road trips. They do them on major long roadways or major travel roadways, so people can stop and charge their car along the way. And thirdly, I think people are hesitant to buy a Tesla because it takes 20 minutes for a half charge. However, that doesn't seem that bad when you think about how Tesla offers watching Netflix when the car's in park, so you can just watch Netflix whenever you're charging up your car at a supercharging station. Although I do feel like Teslas will be more common when supercharging stations are placed more frequently around the country. I do think Teslas will become more and more popular if these things become commonly known. Also, I feel like my friends and myself all want Teslas. So I do think it'll take some time for Tesla to become the mainstream car to buy, but I do feel like it has the potential to become the next main vehicle company. So I hope I could help you guys in sharing what you can actually save while driving a Tesla. Please be sure to demolish the like button to help share and spread this information to more people. Also be sure to subscribe to the channel to join the community in making money a topic that's acceptable to everyone. I post videos every Monday and Thursday, so be sure to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I post. Lastly, feel free to comment any ideas that you want me to research and make videos on. Or comment any topics you want feedback on, and hopefully the community can all get together so we can all reach our financial goals. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.